senior, 6'3", 220-pound senior, 4 tackles on the year, 2 for loss. And it looks like that one's slightly for loss, so make that 3 for loss now. How about 5 tackles on the year and 3 for loss?
Not bad.
We'll flip on the left side. That's a completion to Perotti, and Perotti gets to about the 22 before being brought down. Nice tackle by Denzel Johnson, 6', 195 senior, who came in with 16 tackles. He has 3 tackles for loss, but you could see his speed on the ball.
Yeah, just sideline to sideline. Chaminade-Madonna, all 11 guys can play with good eyes and great job attacking the football with speed. I think that's what their advantage is on the defensive side of the ball. All 11, top down, they're not going to let off the gas at all on the defensive side of the ball. So Bergen Catholic's going to have to find a counter.
Whistle as the throw goes incomplete, so lucky for Bergen Catholic. See what the penalty is. Good sized crowd for folks coming from New Jersey, huh?
You're not kidding. They came in.
It's a big crowd, obviously, on Chaminade-Madonna's side, but man, this is impressive.
Penalty against the Lions.
And of course, you know the school very well as Chaminade-Madonna, my friend.
Yeah, Chaminade-Madonna played at Chaminade while I was playing my playing career, played quarterback for them. So under head coach Mark Wandola, I went there in 2008. Actually, 2007 was my first year at Chaminade-Madonna, and we were 1 play away from the state championship in 2007. Built a kind of a dynasty, built a bully there at Chaminade. I think the weirdest part, Scott, from when I played to right now is I know there was like a big petition on getting lights because the field is actually surrounded by a neighborhood. So the HOA in that area didn't allow lights on the field for nighttime games, so we always had to play during the day. Friday at 4 o'clock was our game times in the South Florida heat. So it's weird seeing Chaminade-Madonna at home at night.
3rd and 10 now.
You lost your car key.
At the 25 after the timeout. Campanelli being rushed. He'll flip it, and that's a completion to Kai Sanders. Sanders gets across the 30 and up to the 35. And that's a gain of 10 and a first down.
Great play call right there. They brought some zone pressure right there through the screen and right underneath for a nice first down and easy completion.
Wasting no time and another handoff.
Quick play there, and the handoff goes up to about the 38. So that was a handoff to Sanders. So Sanders ran this time. (21-0) already. That's a hit behind the line. Beautiful hit. As that was Breakin Harold. 8 tackles, 2 for loss, and easy for me to talk, add to that list, Brandon.
Yeah, he's a great player. Does a good job winning his one-on-one battle right there and making a play behind the line of scrimmage. But for Bergen Catholic, they're in this position where they don't feel comfortable. They gotta do a better job on 1st and 2nd down. They avoided a 3rd and long last drive, or the last possession, by getting a 5-yard penalty on the defense. Allowed that to be a 3rd and manageable situation. If they live in 3rd and long here, they're going to have a really tough time converting these 3rd downs, and they got to keep their offense on the field, and more importantly, keep Chaminade's offense off the field.
Take a look at the rankings in Max Preps. Mater Dei, the #1 team, 3-0. Bishop Gorman, 3-0. St. John Bosco, 3-0. IMG Academy, 2-0. Buford, team that we saw against St. Francis in week #1, Brandon, they are 3-0. Central of Miami, 0-1. And Chaminade-Madonna, number 7, at 2-0. Duncanville, North Shore, St. Edward out of Ohio, team that we saw last year that won the Ohio.
Campanelli is back to pass, looks for somebody. Nobody there, and they'll bring up 4th down. Back for the Crusaders. Number 25, Brandon Arpasalar to punt. Very good punt with a good Bergen Catholic bounce. Lions will start out way back there in their own territory. 3:11 left in the first quarter. Once again, concession is open. Lions fans, we've got shirts and other spirit gear for sale. We got the cheerleaders tonight. We got the Lionesses tonight. We got our drums. Got everybody in the house tonight. Okay, Lions way back there. See what they can do. Quarterback number 11, Cedric Bailey, ready to go.
Whistle now. So 1st and 10.
Moving back a little bit more from the Lions on that one.
So once again, Cedric Bailey. So Bailey.
Number 7, Davian Goss is back there, standing in for quarterback.
Actually, that is not Bailey. And handoff will go straight ahead to the 5. That handoff to Washington.
Little wildcat
Davian
there,
Goss.
Scott.
Yeah, Davian Goss was in a quarterback.
Little wildcat, homage to the 2010-2011 Miami Dolphins right there, right in their backyard.
Right. Good call on that.
Bailey back at quarterback.
Bailey back at quarterback as they got out of trouble a little bit. So Bailey, couple step drop, quick toss to the left side, and that is a completion to guess who? Jeremiah Smith. You know, we've seen running backs carry the ball about 20 to 30 times. We might see him catch about 20 balls.
If they play off and soft coverage and give him free access, Cedric Bailey's going to throw it to him every single time. You know, Scott, I'm actually in awe of how in control Cedric Bailey is early in this game. He knows the ins and outs of this offense, and it's impressive.
Whistle. Gonna go half the distance to the goal, it looks like. So the ball is about at the 8. 3rd and 8. And goes in motion from left to right. Bailey throws it middle of the field, and that goes to about the 20-yard line. Good catch there by Javarius Robinson again, who has his second catch.
It'll be a Chaminade-Madonna Lions first down.
Bergen Catholic heavy zone. First third down, Chaminades had to execute on, got zone coverage. Cedric just does a good job of finding the weakness in zone coverage and putting an accurate throw for a big third down conversion right there.
That handoff went to Goss, so Goss will gain a couple.
Brings up second down for the Lions. 1 minute left.
Minute to go. Fast pace for Chaminade-Madonna for sure. There's another handoff. This time we'll go to Jakari Lewis. Lewis, 5'10", 190 junior. Pass on the left side, and this could be trouble down the left side. There goes Jeremiah Smith all the way to the house. Touchdown, Chaminade-Madonna.
For the Lions, Jeremiah Smith. Ending the first quarter with another Lions touchdown.
Jeremiah Smith is the real deal. He might be as close to Travis Hunter as I've ever seen, and he is
I was wondering about that because we saw both of them. We're seeing Jeremiah Smith, and we saw Travis Hunter being triple teamed one night. Still had 6 catches, and then he had about 3 or 4 tackles in that game as well. He's playing both ways, and this guy is equally as talented.
I mean, Scott, it's just they're playing often soft coverage versus the #1 receiver in the country, trying to go one-on-one with them. I think they got to mix up coverages a little bit and try to maybe roll a safety over there, maybe double team them, maybe find a way. I know this Chaminade team is deep at the receiver possession, but they cannot let the #1 receiver have free access 10 yards, 8 yards off. They're going to complete these hitch routes to him routes to him all day long, and he can take a hitch route like you just saw, 80 plus every single time he touches the ball. So they got to find a way to slow him down. I know there's probably not going to be a way to stop him, but they're going to have to find a way to slow him down, maybe roll coverage to him or do something creative just to create a different look for Cedric Bailey right now, because he is in complete control of this offense.
These are very unofficial stats here.
Looking for something to put on the board before the end of the first quarter. Lions kicking off.
Smith unofficially 5 catches, 136 yards and a touchdown. All I can say is wow. Wow. Kick off a short one this time. It is returnable. And bringing it back is Anthony Perotti, and Perotti with a good burst of speed, and he will get across the 40 to the 42 after he is brought down by Chaminade-Madonna's Gavin Shepard. Good run back.
Great run back. They've had a lot of success in the special teams. They've had a lot of opportunities at kickoffs here early in this game, especially in the first quarter. They've gotten 4. So they're going to have to find a way to be a little creative maybe on special team. They got to find a creative trick play maybe in the offense here to try to get a spark going. I don't think that, like I talk about all the time, there's no 26-point play in football. They got to just take every snap as what it is. How can I make this rep, this snap, first, second, third, and fourth down, the best I possibly can? Don't worry about the score right now. Just got to execute our offense, and then if you do enough good, that will lead you to maybe looking at the scoreboard in the fourth quarter and having a chance. But there's no 26-point play, so you can't force the ball down the field, young quarterback. You just got to play within the system and take what the defense gives you still.
Under center. They'll hand the ball off, and that is a good run as that is up the middle for great yardage. And Bergen Catholic gets something positive out of Dante Kane.
That's exactly what you want to see on first down, Scott. A run, inside zone run, right in your mouth, and a big personnel. I think that's the way that they counter their speed on the defensive side of the ball.
Going towards the middle, and that'll end the first quarter.
Well, in the first quarter, good tackle was made there by the man in your picture, number 0. And that is Quincy Porter.
We'll get everything rearranged. Score is Lions
So the
27.
ball up to 30 as the PA announcer says, we will get things rearranged here. And we'll come back in a moment. 27-0 in favor of Chaminade-Madonna over Bergen Catholic on FloFootball.
To the left of concession. Again, somebody's going to Uber tonight if they don't come up and claim a Chevy vehicle. I've got a remote with one key on it. It's a Chevy. So if you're missing your car key, yay! We have a winner! All right, good news there. We did find the winner of the Chevy, so no posers. No one else is going to try to pick up the car. All right, let's start.
Welcome back here, everybody, as we are back at Chaminade-Madonna. And Chaminade-Madonna's been here all night. They are leading the way, 27-0. Scott Coletti along with Brandon Dowdy, former Western Kentucky quarterback and former Chaminade-Madonna quarterback. Led the nation in passing 2 years in a row at Western Kentucky, and the give goes straight ahead. Flag is thrown. Keeper was Campanelli. Gained a couple on the play, and the flag goes against Chaminade-Madonna.
Two penalties on Chaminade, unsportsmanlike conduct. One, this face mask on this drive is going to give them an extra burst here on offense. They had one on the ensuing kickoff right before the first quarter ended. It'll put them in really good field position. See if Bergen Catholic can take advantage of that and put 7 on the board. Good shot right there, Scott, of big number 79 for Bergen Catholic. He's just only 6'8", 318 pounds, headed to the University of Georgia.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to catch on to him.
Sneak up the middle.
Big number 79, 6'8", 315 for that matter, a senior.
Nair Daniels, remember that name. He looks like Michael Orr out there.
Yeah, he's a big one. Next biggest guy in the number of that truck. This has been a clinic, huh?
Absolutely a clinic.
Second and 8. Play action beautifully by Campanelli. Throws it low and incomplete. Couldn't quite get it into the hands of his receiver. Tough luck play there.
Zachary Crothers putting a lot of pressure on Campanelli.
As the intended receiver was John Morris, the tight end, 6'4", 215 junior.
I thought that was the perfect call for the lefty quarterback, rolling him out left, getting him a play. Young quarterbacks, we always have to know we have keeper side in these rollouts, these play action boots. We have to know who's off the edge. We're not going to block the end man of line of scrimmage. He is owned by us as quarterbacks, so we have to peek at him and make sure we come off that fake with a little bit of depth so we can throw it over top of him.
Throw towards the end zone, up for grabs, and that is a beautiful catch by Quincy Porter. Touchdown, Bergen Catholic.
Quincy Porter says, Jeremiah Smith, I'll top you a little bit there. I'm 6'4" as well. Campanelli does a great job just throwing a back shoulder throw, giving his big receiver a chance to go up and catch a contested ball one-on-one. Great throw, great answer by Bergen Catholic.
Gaetano Bartolomeo is the kicker, number 37. And he boots it high, and he boots it through. We have 10:56 to go in the first half. Second quarter action. It is Chaminade-Madonna 27, Bergen Catholic 7 on FloFootball.
Number 37, Bartholomew for the Crusaders to kick off.
Kickoff now coming. High towering kick. And that's going to be returnable at the goal line. And they'll get to about the 19-20 yard line as it was returned.
A freshman with the return.
Arwen Jackson. So the freshman brings it back. And Chaminade-Madonna's offense back on the field, Brandon.
Don't blink. This is going to happen quick, Scott. This offense gets in and out of plays so quickly is what I'm saying. That they are unbelievably disciplined. All 11 guys conditioned, disciplined to run this tempo offense at such a high level. They've been very successful here. See if Bergen Catholic has an answer for changing up the coverage for Jeremiah Smith.
Good looking run on the left side. This is Goss. And Goss, who had that wildcat run, being helped up by the opposition.
With the carry. There'll be another Chaminade-Madonna Lions first down.
Try to play too high there. Yeah. Chaminade recognizes too high coverage. They have one less guy in the box. Good inside zone right there.
Pass by Bailey.
Well, left side outside the numbers.
It will be complete.
And that is a completion to Kyle Washington.
Wasting no time.
I'll say wasting no time. Here's another run by Goss. And Goss will get to the 45 of Bergen Catholic. Gains about another 13 yards.
Thank you.
We saw Collins Hill, the team that we were talking about with the star receiver a couple years ago. We thought they were fast. This is ridiculous. As just throwing the ball away is Bailey. And they're going to get a late hit out of it. 27-7 in favor of Chaminade-Madonna.
Wow. I don't know about that one, Scott. Two guys going up to try to make a play there. I think Bergen Catholic.
And we have another flag in the backfield for the Crusaders.
Uh-oh. No We got a little verbiage in the back end.
Right.
He was on my side. Did not agree with that call. Let the referee know about it.
And the referee letting us know about it. Unsportsmanlike.
30 yards and penalties right there to a team that has 27 points. You're down 3 possessions. That is not winning football. Coach Campanelli cannot be happy with his defense right there.
First and 10 at the 16 now.
First and 10.
Chaminade-Madonna, as you look at the crowd standing around the perimeter of the field, great atmosphere. You hear them making noise, and the home crowd wants to make noise right now. Cross to the left of Bailey. Bailey claps, gets the ball. Bailey will throw it towards the end zone. One with the man, and that is into the end zone for a touchdown. Denarius Gray, touchdown, Chaminade-Madonna.
I can't talk about it enough that Cedric Bailey's control of this offense is absolutely incredible. His first read wasn't there, but he identified one high coverage and he threw a seam route right over the linebacker's head for a wide open touchdown. Great execution. I can't speak enough. NC State is getting a steal in this kid.
You're not kidding. And sportsmanlike this time on Chaminade-Madonna. Denarius Gray getting into the catching act.
Number 40
16 yards on the touchdown. And already 3 touchdowns tonight for Bailey. Kick is up. Kick is good. We've got 10:02 to go in the first half of play. It is Chaminade-Madonna leading 34-7 over Bergen Catholic on a beautiful night. You see the backdrop and the palm trees on FloFootball. (34-7) in favor of Chaminade-Madonna, the number 7 team according to Max Preps in the country, against number 19 Bergen Catholic of New Jersey. Beautiful night in Florida. You saw the palm trees a little while ago, and because of the unsportsmanlike penalty, the officials realized, hey, we never marched it off, so 15 yards back. This is where the kickoff will be at the 25. Well, Brandon Dowdy, Chaminade-Madonna had to do something wrong eventually, right?
They had to get something. Interesting fact here, Scott. Chaminade's only had they're up 34-7, and they've only had 1 third down in this game, which they are 1 for 1 on hitting. So interesting there. They've been. That is the definition of efficient.
Efficient indeed. Here comes the run back. Is Parati again. Caught.
Crusaders down by their 35.
So first and 10 for Bergen Catholic, and that will be at the 26-yard line.
Anthony Parati with the ball.
You know, it's amazing, Brandon. Unofficially, very unofficial, 10 of 12 for Cedric Bailey. One of those was thrown away. 188 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's 2 fewer touchdowns than what he had in the first 2 games.
Yeah, he's got.
So when this guy's locked in, he's murdered.
He's got 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown to cap that off, too. He is
right.
been
I
putting
forgot
his
about
team
the rushing touchdown. You are right.
on his back. He's been unbelievable in this game. Just his control of this offense has been just so impressive to me. He knows exactly where everyone's supposed to be.
Campanelli, a quarterback, and now there's movement, so this will go against Bergen Catholic.
Looks like it's going against the Crusaders.
I didn't ask you earlier when you were talking about the lights and the lack of lights back when you played, Brandon. Was it the same stadium?
Same stadium, right off Johnson Street right there in Hollywood Boulevard. Made that drive every single day. It's about 35 minutes from my house, private school.
Hand off to the middle.
Had an unbelievable coach, unbelievable tradition, very tough-nosed football team. We actually, when I was there, we ran the wing T. So not an ideal situation for a quarterback that fast forward would end up leading the country in passing. But ipso facto, we ended up, we were run first team, set everything up with the play action, but we were unbelievably disciplined, did not turn the ball over, and played just really hard-nosed football games, good defensive guys. We had actually 13 Division I athletes on my team my first year, and then the second year we had 16 Division I athletes. So a lot of rich tradition down there in Chaminade-Madonna.
It's kind of funny what you just said, though, Brandon. For those who don't know your background at Western Kentucky, you were a run-oriented team at Chaminade-Madonna?
We were the first 2 years, and then actually my freshman year, we kind of changed the whole scheme schematically. We had a lot of good skill position players outside. So our JV team, my freshman year, I only played 1 year at JV. We actually ran the spread for the first time. And it was kind of crazy because we were throwing for 400, 500 yards. We were undefeated, threw for 400, 500 yards a game. And that kind of changed and transitioned the culture to what you kind of know it now.
Second and 13. Pass along the near sideline is incomplete for Anthony Perotti, number 2. Young man in your screen. Good route, just an overthrow.
Yeah, great route right there. They had exactly what they wanted. Chaminade brought a straight blitz, two blitzers off the edge to the field, and they dropped that defensive end who ended up being one-on-one with the running back. He had a lot more speed than the defensive end, had the matchup they wanted, had the call they wanted, just got to make those throws, especially being down.
Third and 13 at the 21. Pass along the near sideline, that is incomplete. Trying to get it to John Morris. Good coverage. Brandon, I'm still trying to get over the comment about you being run-oriented. I mean, I'm talking to a quarterback who threw for, 9,000 yards in 2 years on the D1 level?
Yeah, I actually threw for 13,000 in my career at Western Kentucky. Was blessed enough to actually get drafted.
I'm talking about the last 2 years.
Last 2, yes, over 9,000. That is correct.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I know what you had in your career, but I'm talking about the last 2 where you went 5 and 4 basically, or 4 and 5 going in chronological order. But just an amazing career. And you came from. How did you get recruited as a quarterback if you were run oriented? And then how did the quarterback coach and your head coach know, hey, we got a winner here?
Well, I really wasn't recruited. I only had 3 scholarship offers. There was a 3-star kid coming out of South Florida. Played Western Kentucky, FAU, and FIU, and decided that I wanted to migrate out of the state of Florida and join the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, which is even more funny because when I went to Western Kentucky, my first 2 years there, we actually ran old school Stanford Power I,
nice,
under center, and so went there, and it was really no different from me in high school. So we had a coach come in 2013 by the name of Bobby Petrino, and he ran this heavy pro style, high-low read, spread you out, try to throw the ball, beat you vertically, and set up schemes. Run the ball consistently, was a traditional pro offense. And then in 2014, Jeff Brom took over, and they played last night, and you saw they threw up 56 points. He runs the high tempo, easy completions, screens. Really, the pass game, it was the extension of the run game, and that was really, to be honest with you, that was the best fit I ever had in my career, just being so comfortable in that offense. Kind of like this kid right here, Cedric Bailey is. He's just in control of the offense and understood that there's just so much value in understanding the ins and outs of an offense so that you can perform on Friday and Saturday nights.
Arpacular, the punter, boots it away, a high punt, and it's going to bounce inside the 40 to about the 35. And that's where Chaminade-Madonna will take over 1st and 10. And just to finish the thought on your career, Brandon, as I think we have a flag back, so let's see what's going to go on here. It's all the way at the 9, which leads me to believe that maybe they'll have a re-kick.
The boys in black and white have been pretty active here early in this game. We're trying to sort it out as they are.
Well, I haven't had a signal.
Maybe he picked it up.
Well, actually, I don't know if they picked it up. I think what they did was they marched off against Chaminade-Madonna.
This might be a first down for Bergen Catholic.
That's what I was going to say.
Wow.
Because Chaminade-Madonna's defense never came off the field. Indeed, it is a first down. They marched it up 15 yards to the 36.
Wow. It was 4th and 13, too, and they convert on a penalty on special teams. Big play.
10-yard penalty, actually. 1st and 10 at the 36, 8:59 to go. All Chaminade-Madonna so far, 34-7. And there's a draw play. A little dive goes forward to about the 40 by number 20, Dante Kane. 5'11", 200 pounds, sophomore. Came in with 13 carries, 64 yards. Brought down by Kendarius Frazier, number 56. He's a big guy. 6'2", 250, a senior.
Bergen with the gain, 2nd down on their own 40.
Second and 6 at the 40.
Handoff.
Another handoff, this time to Kai Sanders, and he is hit and hit hard. Beautiful defense there.
You know, I think Scott, that Bergen Catholic has to actually stay in these big personnels here. 2 back personnels, maybe an extra offensive tackle replacing the tight end, and try to out-physical Chaminade up front. If you try to go sideline to sideline on this team, they have so much defensive speed, they're going to catch you every single time. So I think you got to run right at it and try to just hit those creases in the middle of the field.
There's pass along the near side, up in the air, and a big hit to avoid the tackle. What a defensive play. If that's the same number 0, that's Quincy Porter playing on both sides.
0, Zaquan Patterson.
Actually, it's a different number 0 that we do not have on our roster. Would have been cool to see another 2-way player, but Patterson is the young man's name.
Yeah, I think Patterson, he's one of those guys, defensive stars on Chaminade's defense. He's kind of the anchor of the safety there. 6'1", 190 senior. He's actually committed to Miami, going to play for the Canes and Mario Cristobal, who have a huge game tomorrow, by the way. A number 4 safety overall, number 78th player in the country. He actually had a pick 6 a couple weeks ago that really turned that game versus St. Francis. So very dynamic, unbelievable, really star on the defensive side of the ball. Patterson's got a long career in front of him.
Well, Chaminade-Madonna, this is a team, especially with Jeremiah Smith, I'll tell you what, they have their eyes on a national championship.
Absolutely.
Don't let them fool you if they're telling you otherwise.
Yeah, that is. I think that is #1 goal on their mind. They are top down, team speed, sideline to sideline. By far the best team I've seen so far, and I'm not saying that because I have a little favoritism because they are the school I went to, but they are. They're unbelievable. Offensively, defensively, just so much team speed out there.
Pitch back.
Double pass again, and that is going to be a low one, and that is going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Good try there by number 5.
4th and 8, incomplete.
It'll be a turnover.
Well, one team that I would kind of put up on the pedestal along with this team is a team that's number 5 in the country. That would be Buford, the team that we saw manhandle St. Francis at week number 1.
You know, you think about it from the numbers standpoint, Scott. You know, Chaminade beat them 35 to 7, 35 to 14, if I'm not mistaken. And then Buford only beat them 18 to 0. I thought I expected a lot more out of their offense, to be honest, especially having Dylan Raiola as their quarterback.
Handoff doesn't go for much as it was at the 38 and just gets to the line of scrimmage, as that is Arwin Jackson, 5'9", 170 freshman.
Brings up 2nd down for the Lions and a loss of about 1.
Loss of 1 on the play. At the 39, here's a pass. Oh, what a throw. Overthrows his man, incomplete. Kyle Washington was wide open. Incomplete for Bailey.
Looking for number 3, Kyle Washington.
He put that in the air.
Yes, he did. He just got little pressure up the middle. I think he could have gave a little bit more air on that throw, but just the arm strength is incredible. I love how they took a shot there in an early down, in a 2nd and 1 situation.
3rd down for the Lions.
3rd down, Bailey again. This time he's going to rifle it over the middle, and that is incomplete. Tried to get it to Denarius Gray. That was incomplete.
Again, the number 3, Kyle Washington.
That was a call all the way that we were going to go for it on 4th down, no doubt about it.
Actually, I said Gray. I think it was over the middle of number 3. I thought I saw 1, but it was Kyle Washington and incomplete.
Wow, I'm shocked they're not going for this, especially with those 2 calls.
I am too.
Vertical down the field, 4th and 1. I thought they would go for it all the way.
High towering boot, and that's going to be fair caught at the 7, and that is where Bergen Catholic will take over 1st and 10.
Fair catch called by the Crusaders, number 2, Anthony Perotti.
Perotti on the fair catch, 34 to 7 in favor of Chaminade-Madonna.
First half of the game.
I'm still shocked they didn't go for that on 4th down there, Scott. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I am absolutely. If I were a betting man, and I'm not, I would have said there's no way they're not going for it.
Especially with the 2 calls. The 2nd down, they take a shot vertically down the field. 3rd down, they run another seam throw, intermediate throw. I thought they had a chance to either run it with either their running back or their quarterback there on 4th down, especially 4th and 1 situation.
Well, the thing about it, Brandon, on the touchdown attempt going over the middle, it was just an overthrow. Man was wide open. There's a throw on the right sideline. That's a beautiful catch. Beautifully done by Quincy Pointer. Pointer, the touchdown catcher, and makes a good one down the sideline.
Great throw right there. They actually rolled coverage to him, 2-man coverage there. Quincy Porter said, not so fast. I can still make catches. Great throw by Campanelli. That's an accurate, confident throw right there by Campanelli. That's what you want to see out of the junior.
I think we had a penalty. I didn't see the flag. It's a defensive hold, and it's declined, obviously.
1st and 10 for the Crusaders.
Run by Kai Sanders to the outside. He gets a burst of speed, and that was a good run by Kai Sanders.
Pushed out of bounds there by number 9.
Once he got to the edge, Brandon, I thought maybe he might break it.
No doubt, he's got some speed, man. Great job, good execution up front in the pin and pull. They sealed the outside guy. Kai Sanders had the ability to go down the sideline. That's his first big explosive play. You can tell the run game here is going to be key for them going forward. I know it's a 3-possession football game, but they're going to have to find a way to get these creases and try to find explosive runs.
Interesting thing here, I've seen it on the soccer level, professional soccer, but a water break. That's how hot it is in your old neck of the woods, Brandon.
Yeah, we don't miss that now that we live in southern Indiana. 72 here today.
Nice.
I was just actually in Texas last week. I heard a stat from the football staff at A&M, Texas A&M, that they have had 77 days of straight of over 100 degrees. 77 days. It's hot everywhere around the country.
Wow. Gain of 14 on that last run, and this is Perotti, and Perotti get to about the 47.
Number 2, Anthony
Perotti with a gain of 2.
Gain of Perotti, gain of a couple. 2nd down.
Perotti's done a really good job. He's been one of the few sparks they've had from a special team standpoint and an offensive standpoint. I think they got to find ways to get him and Quincy Porter the ball a little bit more touches to give them the best chance to have successful drives.
Throw in the right flat, and that is a catch. Quincy Pointer, and Pointer almost got away from his defender, and he brought his defender with him. Good tackle by Chris Ewald, but not until he gained pretty good yardage. Gets to the 40.
Great physical route there by Porter. He's one of those guys in 2025 that everybody's excited about. 4-star. He's got offers from you name it school.
There's a gain of 12. That's a good looking ball over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Almost picked off by Curtis Janiver, 6', 175 senior.
That right there is my prime example of making a bad play worse. He got away with it, Campanelli did, but they ran double moves on the outside with a seam. Ran a hitch route, not so fast. We're going to run go route. Was not open at all. Chaminade did not take the bait whatsoever. Campanelli's got to just find his outlet right there. Know that, hey, they won on the defensive side on that play. Let's continue to play. It's only 1st down. And let's try to stay ahead of these chains as much as we can. Sometimes these coaches call these shot plays, and hey, defense guesses correctly. As a quarterback, as a more mature quarterback, he's only a junior. He'll only get better from here, but he's got to know where his outlet is so that he understands where he needs to go with the ball in certain situations.
2nd and 9 at the 35. A run by Perotti, an incomplete pass. 34-7 after it was 27-0. Another run goes right into the teeth of the Lions line, and nothing going there.
Scott, I don't know if you saw that on that delay. I don't know if you saw that on that delay, but Jeremiah Smith is getting his Travis Hunter on. He just got checked in to play a little safety.
Oh, nice.
Colorado man.
Very nice. Well, maybe he'll look at Deion Sanders over at Colorado, or maybe not. But they play both ways there. I don't know about Ohio State or Florida State.
Well, I think he's making the right choice in going to the Ohio State University. He's so far committed. I heard he's going to take a visit there this weekend. They got a big game, but he is joining a lineage of very successful NFL, not just players, but stars. Chris Olave. They have that Garrett Wilson kid, I think, is going to be unbelievable this year when he's teamed up with a quarterback by the name of Aaron Rodgers. Just to name a few. I mean, I feel like every single year they have a wide receiver come out of Ohio State that's in the first round and is projected to be a superstar in the NFL. So if I'm making my college decision, Ohio State is probably the right one if I want to play in the NFL.
Thing about it is, with the right cast of characters like he has now at Chaminade-Madonna, this guy could be a superstar on that level, and a lot of people see him obviously at the next level.
Absolutely. I just want to tell our viewers to remember the name Jeremiah Smith, because I can guarantee you, if he stays healthy and keeps his head on, he will be playing on Sunday. Very impressive player.
Well, we knew Travis Hunter would be, and, he's still got a couple of years to go before that happens, but this guy is the real deal as well. As that was a handoff up the middle to Dante Kane, but he passes the eye test and then some, Brandon.
No, he does. I mean, he does everything. He checks every single box as a player. I mean, he's dynamic in the open field. He's 6'4", 205 pounds, physical, one-on-one guy. I mean, he just checks every single box. If he can just stay healthy and keep his head on, he will be a player on Sunday, not just Saturday.
Campanelli's pass to the left side of Parati. That was a catch, and that was a beautiful hit. Caleb Stewart on the hit. That'll turn them over on downs.
With 3 minutes left in the first half.
And I'll tell you what, Brandon, when they hit you, they hit you.
Lions will get the ball.
You will feel it. That's for sure.
Interested to see what Chaminade does. Believe it or not.
I'm interested to see what Chaminade-Madonna does here on offense. They've been sitting a long time. Bergen Catholic has had this extended drive for a long period of time. They haven't had many reps here in the second quarter.
I'm just going to ask you about that, what they were going to do in your eye. I think they're going to be aggressive, as that was a handoff.
I think you have to run your offense as normal. You have to continue to run your offense as you normally would, especially in the first half of this football game.
Rolling out is Bailey. Bailey hands the ball off at the last second, and being late tackled at the 33 was Gauze.
That was a Cedric Bailey Manziel right there. Holy cow, he just made two guys miss and just ran it up. That was unbelievable.
Bailey Manziel, I like that. Bailey, quick pass over the middle, and that is broken up as they try to get it to Jeremiah Smith, but a good breakup by David Matesic, 6'1", 205 junior. Got good size there, and he had good quick hands to knock that ball away, Brandon.
Great job there by Bergen Catholic. They actually doubled Jeremiah Smith, knowing third down. That is Cedric Bailey's #1 target. Does a great job doubling him on that play. Two DBs on one receiver, creating a little bit of confusion for Cedric Bailey. That's the first time I've seen him this entire game be off rhythm on a drive. He was out of rhythm on that one.
Kick is going to be downed.
All right, punt goes down to Crusaders about the 48.
First down now for
a little over 2 minutes left
Bergen
in the
Catholic.
half.
Well, let's see if Campanelli and company has something in the coffers here. They're down big. Yeah, the last couple of drives, Brandon, have been pedestrian for Chaminade, but they've already proven it can score any which way, offense and defense. Campanelli, couple step drop, has time, flares the left side, tipped up in the air and incomplete. tipped up beautifully on the tip drill by Chris Ewald. That was almost picked off. He tried to do the tip drills. You could see him redirect that ball. And the trailer, I think that was Caleb Stewart, almost got it.
Yes, he did. He almost turned this game. I think for Bergen Catholic, they have to understand that if they can score 7 here, this can potentially be a 14-point swing because they're going to get the ball in the second half here, try to build off that momentum. They've had some really long sustained drives here at the end of this first half. They got to keep building on that and understand, hey, we need 7 points. That is valuable right now in a 4-possession football game.
Fumble, getting it back Campanelli, but he's not going to get out of problems as he loses about 4 yards there as he was hit by Kendarius Frazier, 6'2", 250. Mentioned his name before. He came in with 5 tackles for an assisted, 1.5 tackles for loss, and was the recipient of a bad snap, made sure he was in on the play and put an end to it.
Big third down here. Got to find Quincy Porter or my other top dog here.
High pass is incomplete. The screen pass goes awry.
Oh, I'd have been interested to see where that one went because they had the screen called versus the blitz. He had guys out in front of him. His offensive lineman was ready to knock some heads in front of him. I think that had a chance to pick up the first down. Great call. Campanelli's just got to settle himself down and make those easy throws. It's just a quarterback out of rhythm right now.
Fourth and 13. Look at this. Campanelli will hand it off, and they will. Wow, I've seen quick kicks before, but not one on a pitch.
I love it.
That's a new wrinkle.
Crusaders with the punt with a little over a minute left in the first half.
A little over a minute to go in the first half.
Vito Campanelli, head coach of the Crusaders of Bergen Catholic, just throwing out all of it. 16 years of experience. This guy's been unbelievable, very successful as a head coach. Ever since he's been at Bergen Catholic, all he's done is win. He's won 84% of his football games. On the opposite side, Damon Jones has won 86% of his games. These two coaches, they don't know anything else but winning.
Right. Well, both are 2-0 now. One team's going to get a blemish. Right now, it's Bergen Catholic down, and that's a low pass. I don't know if it was tipped at the line, but intended for Gauze. Gauze was wide open, so he might have been able to get a burst of speed, but Bailey's pass didn't go quite the way he wanted it to. It'll be second down with 1:15 to go.
You know, actually on that play, they were in man coverage, and Goss's defender actually hugged, blitzed, thinking that Goss was blocking there. He bluffed him. If they could have got that pass off, like you said, that could have been a big play.
Flare in the right flat, and this is Smith, and Smith gets to the 47 just like that.
That went to number 4, Jeremiah Smith.
32 for Mr. Smith.
The Chaminade-Madonna Lions first down with a minute left.
That's a nice luxury to have.
And here's a run to the outside and just getting out of bounds. Cedric Bailey to stop the clock.
And out of bounds, stop
That's
the
a
clock,
smart run.
52-5 on the clock.
Again, just a
funny,
glimpse
Brandon,
of
we haven't
Cedric
used
Bailey's.
this.
Just a glimpse right there of Cedric Bailey's control. He understands the situation. First down, he checks the ball down, trying to get a positive play on first down to start a 2-minute drive. Then he just rolls out and runs out of bounds to stop the clock, knowing 52 seconds for this Chaminade offense is an eternity.
Bailey flares it right side.
The flag on the play.
And the flag on the play as it was caught by Smith at the 38. Coming back. I was going to say after that next catch, that last catch, Brandon, I haven't used the pun. Mr. Smith goes to Hollywood because that's where they're playing. Hollywood, Florida.
Hollywood, Florida. Not the West Coast Hollywood, the East Coast.
Well, it's Hollywood in the name, so Mr. Smith goes to Hollywood, could be on either coast. I literally just thought of that on that last pass play. Not realizing the entire night that it's Hollywood, Florida. I just know it's beautiful. Bailey gonna go for it all down the right side. That is a catch at the 13-yard line. Guess who, and a late flag.
Big pass to number 4, Jeremiah Smith.
Wow. What a throw, what a catch. I mean, absolute precision. Bergen Catholic gets away from doubling Jeremiah Smith at this point. If you double him, I don't know if he can run right past you. He stops on a dime. This guy, you just got to know where number 4 is on the field at all times if you're anybody on defense for Bergen Catholic.
How about another 43 yards? Unofficially for Smith, he's already over 200 yards, 7 catches, 211. And unofficially 12 of 19, 263 for Bailey. And Bailey rolling out to his left. Thought maybe he was gonna run, he doesn't, and he takes a sack.
Bailey took it himself.
Good play there by Elijah Kinsler, 6'4", 255 senior. Came in for a tackle loss, gets a sack there.
Scott, I'm over here praising Cedric Bailey, but I think you know what I'm going to say. Young quarterbacks, if we're outside the pocket in a 2-minute situation, time is the most important thing, especially in early down situations. You can't take a sack in a 2-minute situation. Just throw the ball away, save our team a timeout, and save the negative yardage plays. I think that there's got to be a clock in young quarterbacks' minds to say, hey, when is the clock more important, or when is this yardage more important? In that situation specifically, Cedric Bailey is outside the tackle box. He's not going to get flagged for grounding. Got to toss that ball out of bounds. The defense made a good play. They ran zone coverage versus a man coverage beater, and now I can learn to live another day if I can just throw that thing away. No damage done. Let's just play the next rep. Saves the timeout, and it saves a little bit of a momentum swing from Bergen Catholic getting that sack.
Brandon, you and I met a couple of years ago. We did 6 games, did 15 last year. This is our 6th this year. I knew you were going to say that before he even started running.
I was going to ask you if you wanted to say it this time. Because I sensed that he was going to run.
So, yeah, I knew that you were going to say that. Here's Bailey just floating it up in the air, and that is going to be incomplete. But he did get rid of it that time.
He must have heard me from the booth.
Bailey taken down by number 10, Christian Gonzalez. .16.5 left on the clock.
34-7, 16 seconds, 3rd and 10. I know they're in field goal range, but I think this team wants 6.
Jeremiah Smith lined up in the backfield here on the
Yeah,
play.
how about that? That is going to go out to a slot. Rolling out Bailey. He'll flip it towards the end zone and has his man for a touchdown. They made that look easy. Touchdown, Jeremiah Smith. Touchdown, Chaminade-Madonna.
Wanted to put another on the board before the clock runs out.
I understand the call there by Bergen Catholic trying to bring pressure. They had success with it 2 plays in a row, but when you bring pressure, that's just one less defender in the backfield for Jeremiah Smith. So he just does a great move, man. Zone coverage, sits in the zone. Cedric Bailey just does a great job throwing off his back foot and giving his best receiver, his star receiver, a chance for a big touchdown to end the half.
extra points on that one with 11.5 seconds left in the first half. You got the Chaminade-Madonna Lions with 40, Bergen Catholic 7. All right, 11.5 left in the clock for the first half. Abula Cal, number 40 for the Lions, back to kick off.
Well, 11 seconds. Looks like this is how the half is going to end, 40-7. Looks like they're just going to take a knee here and go lick their wounds at the locker room. So that is going to do it here in the first half, Brandon. What a clinic thrown on by Chaminade-Madonna.
Yeah, Chaminade-Madonna's executed it in the first half at such a high level. They've done a great job not only on the offensive side of the ball, but the defensive side of the ball, really just swarming this Bergen Catholic offense on the defense. But offensively, they have been just flawless. Jeremiah Smith, I can't say enough good things about him. Cedric Bailey, unbelievable first half. See if they can build on in the second half. But for Bergen Catholic, they're going to have to find a little bit of a rhythm offensively and find a way that they can change up coverages in the second half. All I know is Vito Campanelli is not used to losing, and I know this team will not give up in the second half.
There's your score at halftime. Chaminade-Madonna 40, Bergen Catholic 7. You're watching high school football on FloFootball.
For our first halftime performance by Bergen Catholic Cheer. Woo!
One team, let's you rock.
Another big round of applause for Bergen Catholic. Cheer! Next up for your entertainment, Chaminade-Madonna Lioness Dance Team. Sporting the red, white, and blue. Big round of applause for Chaminade-Madonna Lioness Dance Team.
Take a breath, okay? Take a breath.
into it. Here we go for the second half. Chaminade to kick off, number 40, Abu Akel.
Welcome back here to high school football action. Chaminade-Madonna with a big 40-7 lead at the half over Bergen Catholic. Scott Coletti, former Western Kentucky quarterback Brandon Dowdy, and Chaminade-Madonna playing every bit as the number 7 team in the country.
Yes, they are, Scott. They're doing a great job just executing at a high level in this game. Been very impressed with their play so far.
So 1st and 10 for Bergen Catholic. See what they can do offensively. I know you had some keys to the game earlier, Brandon. How have those keys gone?
They've gone really well for Chaminade-Madonna, but not so well for Bergen Catholic. Bergen Catholic, I thought they had to get ahead of the chains to allow themselves to be more efficient on 3rd down. They have not been 3rd down very efficient. They've only had 2 of 8 so far in this game. So see if they can be more efficient and have something to build on here in the second half.
Little flip goes to the left side to Arwen Jackson, and he doesn't get much. He was stacked up on the play. Dante Kane on the stop. Second and 11 after the loss of 1. Flip goes to the near side, and a man makes a catch, and that man might go, and he is going to the house. Quincy Porter touchdown. How about that?
Well, Scott, this team is not going to give up. Good start to this second half from just a mindset standpoint. Getting your best receiver, 4-star Quincy Porter, one-on-one with the DB, and he is all of 6'4". He's going to be bigger than all those DBs. Does a great job just making the guy defender fall, catching that ball, and then winning in space. That's a big play. He's only averaging 30.5 yards a carry, so that might, or 30.5 yards a catch, so that might help him out here late in this game.
Hate to tell you, he's only averaging 50 yards in this game.
37, Gaetano Bartholomew.
4 catches, 138 yards on the game unofficially. That was 81 yards as the kick was good, and all of a sudden it's 40-13. And we talked about Chaminade-Madonna scoring on the drop of a dime. How about that one?
With the line,
how about that 40. One? That's right. Bergen Catholic come out of the gates. We knew Vito Campanelli was going to have his team playing hard to the final whistle of this game. That's got to put a smile on your face knowing that you got through to your players at halftime.
We got through to his son, who's the quarterback, who threw a dart. And how about that run after catch by Quincy Pointer?
He's an unbelievable player. He is one of those kids that someone is going to be lucky to get him, kind of like his guy on the opposite side of the ball, Jeremiah Smith is. So 2 really, really talented receivers out wide, big, physical, kind of the opposite of what you see nowadays, especially in the college, high school, and even in the pro level. These receivers seem to be getting smaller and quicker. These 2 guys, big, physical, fast, they do it all.
So 1st and 10 coming up.
Bailey with a handoff on a run by the Lions down the middle.
Good run up the middle by Davian Gauze. Gauze gained 3, and here's that quick offense again. Bailey's pass awry on the near side. Threw it behind Jeremiah Smith. Smith was streaking down the right sideline, but the ball went over what would have been his left shoulder when it should have been going toward his right.
Yeah, I think there was just a little miscommunication, receiver quarterback there on that play. Shaman looks a little shaky here to start this second half.
Another pass by.
Well, they hook up again, and this time it goes to the 34. So that's a way to move the sticks.
That was a non-miscommunication right there.
First down.
Yeah, that was communication galore. Knew right where Smith was going and threw it right where he was going. They got a great connection. Pass on the left side, and that's a catch, and that gets across midfield.
Went over to number 3, Kyle Washington.
Jakari Lewis, actually that was Kyle Washington, number 3, making the catch. 20-yard gain there.
Is it just me, or do they have some serious playmakers on the outside here, this Chaminade team?
Well, that's a scary thing. First and 10. At the 45, a flag on the play, probably going to call this back. But yeah, just when you think Jeremiah Smith's the only guy on the field along with his quarterback, these other guys are getting 10, 15 yards of play.
You know, that's the advantage of having such a dynamic receiver on the outside. He's going to draw so much attention from the defense that it's going to leave those other guys in one-on-one situations, allowing them to, you know, just all they have to do is beat one-on-one coverage, and they can make a big play at any time. So that's the advantage. That's the kind of the unseen advantage of this team. And don't sleep on Chaminade's run game. They have an unbelievable run game. Goss is one of those players that can take one to the house at any point. So just well-rounded on the offensive side of the ball.
Bailey with a quick pass.
Good looking run there, as this will get to about the 42. Jakari Lewis on that run. He showed off some good speed.
Unbelievable speed, just a little bubble screen right there. And I don't know if you saw it, you can catch it at the bottom of your screen, but Jeremiah Smith, not only can he catch the ball, he threw a thunderous block on that to spring his buddy out.
Gauze on the run there.
Up the middle by number 7, Davian Gauze.
Another run straight ahead, and Gauze still on his feet, and he'll get to the 36. Gain of 3 out of nothing.
I think the thing that's not talked about enough is the physical conditioning, stamina, and endurance by these offensive linemen. You're talking about 300-plus pound kids running this tempo at such a high level. They're almost like track stars, how fast they get in and out of the plays, and how you have to be in such unbelievable physical shape, not just at the skill position, but those big boys that are 250-plus up front, they're not missing a beat.
And Brandon, on a hot night like this, you're not seeing a lot of sweat on the players.
You are not. It's unbelievable how the strength and conditioning coach, you know, funny story actually, the strength and conditioning coach at Chaminade, when I was there, we actually had our last period of the day was strength and conditioning for the entire football team. So we actually started an hour before everybody else because we got an extra period in strength and conditioning. I don't know if they still do that, but that head of strength and conditioning at Chaminade-Madonna actually ended up moving on, and now he's one of the more successful strength and conditioning guys in the NFL. His list of NFL players, if you name an NFL superstar, he goes to Pete Bomarito. So a lot of rich history in that program, but strength and conditioning has always been a big priority at Chaminade, and you can see it here today.
First and 10 at the 36. Trips to the top of this picture and throws it behind one of them.
Pass by Bailey.
Trying to get it to Denarius Gray. One of the few miscues that we've seen tonight by Cedric Bailey. As much as we've talked about Jeremiah Smith, the guy throwing him the ball is excellent.
Yes, he is. And that looked like a little RPO. That was like kind of their answer to pressure. Bergen tried to throw some pressure. He tried to throw his hot route.
Here he goes again. Smith on the right sideline just kind of dances out of bounds near the 16. And they'll mark him at the 17, so that's only a 19-yard gain.
Lions first down.
.8:33 to go in the third. Slicing through a hole and getting down to the 6 on a good run.
Nobody blocking.
Washington, I think that was. Or was that Goss?
That was Goss right there. Great job. Did a little one-back power. Gotta love that as an offensive lineman, being able to, in a pass-heavy offense, they're set blocking so much with their heels, on their heels. It's nice that they can run the one-back power and actually move those offensive linemen pushing forward. Rarity. So that's also always a nice breath of fresh air. Again, this offense at Chaminade-Madonna just so well-rounded from top to bottom. They're going to be a tough team to beat.
Arwen Jackson to the right of the quarterback, Bailey now. And Bailey will give to Jackson. Right on cue, skips into the end zone. Touchdown, Chaminade-Madonna. Arwen Jackson with the touchdown.
Touchdown!
Goss did a lot of the heavy lifting on there. Good to see Jackson score. But he should thank Goss for putting him in that situation. And wow. Chaminade just proving to us. Remember, Scott, this is the number 19 team in the country. They're not playing. This is not a district game where they're forced to play.
Right.
Chaminade looks like they're playing just a team that just started football, and they're just dominating the number 19 team in the country right now.
Extra point is good.
Extra point is good. Timeout on the field. 47-14 is the score. Chaminade-Madonna over Bergen Catholic on FloFootball.
Hey, defense on deck! Defense on deck! Come on!
47-14. Scott Coletti, former Western Kentucky quarterback Brandon Dowdy, also former Chaminade-Madonna Lion. I like the way that the PA guy sometimes says Chaminade. And all week long, Brandon, I've been kind of singing the tune of Lady Madonna. So pick your poison.
I know I've gotten it all. Chaminade-Madonna, Chaminade-Madonna. They don't. It just rolls off my tongue. Unbelievable Catholic school. It is
Right.
Unbelievable Catholic school. Lady Madonna. I mean, we're just so many rich tradition at Chaminade-Madonna.
Good catch and run by
it's crazy how
number 2,
it works like that, full circle. Now at 32 years old, getting to call a game with my Lions. It's pretty sweet.
Anthony Perotti on the run back. So now Bergen Catholic down 47-14. 36-yard line is the line of scrimmage. This team plays like this, they could average about 80 points if they didn't put off the gas pedal.
No doubt.
Capanelli with a short pass to
Pitch
number
and catch
2
to Parati outside the numbers. He gets to about the 40. For a gain of 4. Keep calling him Parati. It's Parodi.
Brings up 2nd down.
You know, it's kind of funny, Brandon. I was going to joke around at halftime saying, watch Chaminade-Madonna come out and play. Just, keep the ball till the game and play clock expired. Not so fast.
Not so fast, son. They're moving as fast as they possibly
couldn't
can.
get.
If it ain't broke,
Brody couldn't
fix it.
get that pass. Good coverage there by Kelly Sejour Jr., 5'11", 161 junior, who had 6 tackles, 4 unassisted. You notice one thing that's really cool if you're the team that's leading, and Bergen Catholic kind of the same way, but
Pass was incomplete.
I've called a
Brings up
lot of
3rd
names
down.
on both sides of the ball, which means this team
Crusaders on
is
their own
loaded
40.
with reserves.
Absolutely. Good mix of seniors to freshmen in both of these schools.
Yeah, that
Capanelli
too.
back to pass, a whole
Ball
bunch of
was
Lions
tapped
back
down
there
at the
providing
line. Didn't
defense.
see who tapped it. Well, 4th down
Bergen
on the
Catholic.
incompletion.
Bergen Catholic just tried to just
Quick
set up a little
set down
screen,
for
tunnel screen.
the
I think
Crusaders. 7-11
Dominic's
on the
height
clock.
back there just did not allow him to see over the Chaminade defenders because he had his guy beat. You just got to sometimes trust your throw on that screen play. I think that's a quarterback just a little unsettled here in this offense late in this
Flag
game.
on the play.
Looks like the flag might go against Chaminade-Madonna. And it is. Offsides.
That one's
Still gonna
going
be
against
4th
the
down,
Lions. That'll bring it up to the Crusaders 45.
This is a 4th and go though, Scott. Manageable 4th down.
Yep.
They got to go for this one.
Still 4th down.
Bunch set now. Big run goes to the other 45.
Crusader 1st down. Now in Lions territory.
Runner down at the end of the play. Kai Sanders on that run. He's needing some help. Another player down as well. Sanders gains 10 on that. Not surprised, but I'm still impressed by the crowd that Bergen Catholic brought. You know, Chaminade-Madonna's filling the place when you see people stacked all the way around the field, standing.
You know, Bergen Catholic has got a rich history in football. They're used to winning. They hadn't lost a game since the 2020 last year's season. Early in the season last year, they're on a 9-game winning streak right now going into this game. Their only loss is to number 2, Don Bosco, out on the West Coast there. So they're used to winning. They travel well. They usually do. When we did their game last year, they traveled just as well. So not surprised. And it's also a pretty nice change of pace, I would say. Change of weather going down to South Florida.
Stadium lined by trees, palm trees, you name it.
You know, Scott, I was talking to the Texas A&M coaching staff about their game tomorrow versus University of Miami with Mario Cristobal right in the backyard of Chaminade-Madonna. And I asked the question, you know, in college football, usually the wives of the coaches travel to one game, and they all collectively said they huddled as a group and said, is there a beach in Miami? I think so. So all of the wives are going down to Miami. They actually leave on Thursdays, which I thought was interesting for game day, which is Jimbo Fisher's pet peeve. So he's got all the wives, the players. I can't imagine how much fun they're having down there in Miami before their kickoff tomorrow at 3:30.
Jimbo Fisher's bunch, a big winner over New Mexico a week ago. Used to be the voice of the New Mexico Lobos, and A&M was one of the stops that were made. Great place to call a game. And I'll never forget the 12th man when they make noise before the game. They warn you in the press box. The press box will shake, and it did.
Yes, I've heard the same.
You know, the other thing that I enjoyed, Brandon, I don't know if you had a chance to go to it last week, the midnight yell.
Yes.
Brings up second down for the Crusaders.
That was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Handoff. Straight down.
Handoff goes straight ahead. That's good running.
Enough to move the chain.
And the burst of speed there was
Crusader first down.
Mojahid Russell. So Russell on the run. Russell again will maybe gain 1 or 2. Refuses to go down though. How about that? Look at that. He just carries everybody all the way down along with the front line, all the way down to the 15. I'll say they're not giving up here.
What an unbelievable run. What an unbelievable effort right there. And you knew coming out of the half, this team was not going to give up. They weren't going to go away easily, and they've done a good job on 2 consecutive drives here, just playing with a little bit of pride here in this game.
Timeout taken. What do they talk about here, Brandon, do you think?
Finishing. They want to finish this game strong. They want to build off this game. Still a national game. They're still ranked in the top 20. They're the #1 team in the state of New Jersey. They want to show that they can compete, maybe instill some confidence in this offense that's kind of struggled a little bit in this game. Had some big plays, had some moments where they showed some flashes of greatness, but just really aren't able to sustain drives. And I credit that to the Chaminade-Madonna defense. They've been absolutely phenomenal. They play with speed, play with eyes. So for Bergen Catholic, they just want to just continue to build bricks to understand that this is not a conference game. This is not a division game. This is just another game out of schedule in a hostile environment.
Hostile is right. Campanelli rolling out. He's going to run. He's got room, and he's got 6. Touchdown, Bergen Catholic.
Taking the ball himself.
14 yards for Campanelli.
What a play, what an individual effort there by Campanelli. Chaminade just gets out of their rush lanes, allows him to break containment right there and just run with a hard, authoritative run here to the end zone. That's a nice, bright spot for the young kid and the head coach's son.
Second touchdown run for Campanelli on the season. He's got 2 touchdown passes tonight and a season total of 7. And the kick is up and good. 47-20 now the score. 5:50 to play in the third quarter. Still lots of time. Chaminade leads Bergen here on FloFootball. So here comes the kickoff with Chaminade-Madonna leading Bergen Catholic 47-21. The number 7 team over the number 19 team out of New Jersey in Florida. And that ball goes out of the end zone. It's awfully nice having a kicker who can boom it out of the end zone too, Brandon.
Takes a lot of pressure off your special teams. We've learned from our games this year, our 6 games this year, that how important special teams is in high school sports. So that
Yes,
is
we
definitely a luxury for sure.
Yeah, we've seen it on both ends. We've seen kickers like this kick it out of the end zone. We've also seen kick returners wish that the kicker didn't kick it to them. Goes both ways. Little dive play up the middle.
Bailey with a handoff, a couple yards. Brings up second down for the Lions.
Marvin Jackson on the carry. No gain, so 2nd and 10. Little flare on the right side, and that is a catch by Jeremiah Smith. And Smith gets all the way to the 36.
That went to number 4, Jeremiah
What a
Smith.
throw right there.
That'll be a
And
Shaman
Cedric
on the
Bailey
Lions.
just dropping a
First down.
dime right at his best receiver. And I think Jeremiah Smith was smelling the end zone when he cut back.
He was. Yeah, I thought maybe when he made that cut that he was going to break loose.
So did I. I thought he was going all the way.
Lions on their own 39, second down.
Whistle.
This one's going against the Crusaders.
Penalty against Bergen Catholic.
Lions 44, second down.
Quick snap again. Quick run again as this will go past midfield all the way to the
Movement of the chains,
48.
and a Chaminade-Madonna Lions. First down.
Owen Jackson this time again.
Late flag in the back.
So Jackson had a run of 8 and a flag.
This
You know,
one's
Scott, I've
going
been
against the
talking
Lions.
up Jeremiah Smith all day. It's about time for me to say, I just trying to find something negative right there, but looked like he kind of got a little lazy on that block on the perimeter to his corner. And the corner actually made the tackle in the backfield as his running back bounced it outside. You know, you gotta play with a purpose on every snap. I know it's 47-21 here. You got 300 yards receiving, but still got to play with a purpose.
Bailey with a short pass.
Little pass on the left side. Gray on the catch and Gray on a good move, and he almost broke it. And he gets to about the 36.
Flag on the play.
Late flag.
There's going to be so much attention to the bottom of the field with Jeremiah Smith. That's going to leave a lot of space to the field. So quarterbacks can just take the completions when they present themselves, just because they know they're going to have another athlete in space. That just can be dangerous for a defense. Just to keep pressure on this Bergen Catholic defense and any defense they play here for the remainder of the year.
48. Still first down.
First down at the 48 for Chaminade-Madonna. Leading 47-21, 4:18 to play. Third quarter action. Smith tries to break it to the outside. Look at that. I thought he was going to be stopped in the backfield, Brandon, and even he got a tap from Kai Sanders, who was the defender. What a great play that was. Gained something out of nothing.
Something out of nothing is right. There was no doubt in my mind. I was on the opposite train, Scott. There was no doubt in my mind he was going to make the first guy miss, only because he hasn't
Right.
a defender hasn't tackled him all night.
Bailey with a handoff and a run up the middle.
So he gained 5 out of nothing. Straight handoff, and here we go. 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard gain. Bailey flips it right side. Smith makes the catch, and Smith is caught at the 38. Good defense right there by Jordan Thomas, who had a nice leg tackle on Jeremiah Smith. Otherwise, that would have been more trouble.
Great tackle right there. That's harder, easier said than done, making an open field tackle against this kid. A lot of respect for that tackle. He was by himself on an island there.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Now, mind you, these are unofficial numbers. Kind of hard to do a game where the team snaps the ball every 3 seconds after a play, pretty much. But Bailey, 19 of 29 unofficially for 356 yards and 4 touchdowns. Smith, 11 catches, 260. 3 touchdowns, averaging 20.5 a reception.
Wow.
Had a couple of 40-plus receptions, including the 40-yard touchdown earlier. Chaminade-Madonna led 27-0 after 1, 40-7 at the half. 47-21 now. Bailey out of the gun. Stutter step on the handoff. Good run there by Arwen Jackson. And Jackson doing a good job here in the second half.
Right up the middle by number 2, Arwen Jackson.
Ball's at the 26 now. Blitz coming, they catch it. And now Bailey rolling out, gonna flip to the right sideline. And man, it looked like he was trying to get rid of the ball, and look who almost caught it.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
I think he was actually thought it was going out of bounds as well, and it kind of caught him by surprise that it was a catchable ball. Great throw by Bailey there. I don't know if he was, but he almost came down with it. Goodness gracious.
Quick snap again, and a run again by Jackson, who will squirt his way to the 24, gain of 2. Combination of running the clock and running plays, as when you run this kind of offense, you're going to get a lot of plays. You're also going to get a lot of incompletions. And even though you're scoring a lot of points and beating a team down, the games take a while. Which also leads to the endurance that these players have and the stamina. Pass on the right side, and oh, he almost broke it. Gets to about the 12-yard line.
That one again, the number 4.
Every third down, Scott, you can almost guarantee that number 4 is going to touch the ball. If you need a 3rd and go, I mean, literally, I think everybody on the defense knew he was catching the ball. I don't think anybody blocked a single soul, yet he still picks up the first down. Absolutely incredible. It's you know, the thing that comes to me, we ran a high-tempo offense at Western Kentucky. Not this fast, but we ran it pretty high tempo. And when you get out of that rhythm of, you run the tempo so much that when you get out of that rhythm in practice, in the games, and you're up on teams, it's kind of hard for teams to keep that same feel. You know what I mean? Like there's times where you try to slow the tempo down, and then you start going stagnant on offense. For this Chaminade-Madonna team, they have slowed down the tempo, yet they still haven't missed a beat. They've converted 3 third downs on this drive, and they're still moving the ball methodically. So that just tells me that they are just so unbelievably locked into what the coach is calling every snap, and that they are so talented that they can turn it up and gear it back so much. Super impressed with the way they execute on the offensive side of the ball.
First and 10 at the 13. There's a post into the end zone, incomplete for Lewis. Good route by Jakari Lewis, though.
Incomplete.
Great route, great call. Just the quarterback didn't identify who the hole player was. The hole player in man coverage is just going to be a guy in the middle of the field, and he's just going to have eyes on the quarterback. Wherever he throws it, he's going to drift.
Drifting now is Arwen Lewis right into the end zone, and a late flag, which may negate the touchdown. So they had 7 taken away. A hold call all the way.
That one against the Lions. That'll back them up.
Ball now at the 15. Jackson again tries to skip, and he gets to about the 5.
Arwen Jackson, number 2 for the Lions.
Either going to be a 9 or a 10-yard gain by Jackson. Another injury on the field. I wonder if the heat's starting to get to some of these Bergen Catholic players.
I think it is. I think you're exactly right about that.
We've been ranting and raving about how good this Chaminade-Madonna team is. They beat the team that was number 6 in the country to open up the season, St. Francis. Buford, who was number 10, beat St. Francis, but like you mentioned, a little more impressively on the scoring front. But when you look at the way this team plays, Chaminade-Madonna, St. Francis in a game like this has no shot, as they're not a long down the field team. They're a run-oriented offense.
That's a great point, Scott.
And he finally got into the end zone. Arwen Jackson had one taken away, and he gets one right back. Chaminade-Madonna touchdown.
Chaminade-Madonna Lions.
Chaminade just proving right there that they can do whatever they want, running the ball, throwing the ball, playing with tempo, taking the foot off the gas and kind of slowing things down. They're so successful doing that. A long, sustained drive that took up almost the entire third quarter that still ends in 7 points. Very impressed.
Kick is up and good. 56 seconds left on the game clock here in the third. Chaminade-Madonna leads the ball game now, 54-21 over 19 Bergen Catholic on FloFootball.
Crusaders 21.
Scott Coletti along with Brandon Dowdy. Chaminade-Madonna, the host. rude hosts, if you will. 54-21 over number 19 Bergen Catholic. We've said it before, I'll say it again, putting on an offensive and defensive clinic, even though Bergen Catholic has scored 21 points as the run back by the sturdy Anthony Perotti goes back to the 31. I mean, we've seen a lot of good teams over the last 3 years, Brandon, and counting. And this one definitely, kind of like Buford at the beginning of the year, lives up to the hype.
No doubt. They live up to the hype, and they've actually kind of surpassed the hype that I had in my head, knowing South Florida football and how good it is, and them being a top 10 team in South Florida region. I just figured, you know, they would be really good, and they have exceeded my expectations in this football game, just from how unbelievably disciplined they are, how they play 11-man football on each side of the ball, and how they just are just all in control at all times. It just feels like from top down, their quarterbacks to their linemen, to their receivers, to their defensive front, to their safeties, to their corners, they all know exactly what they're trying to do and what their job is, and they play as a team.
No, you're right about that. And, you know, again, on offense, they've got number 4, Jeremiah Smith, but they got 5 other guys that you can throw the ball to and get big yardage out of.
Absolutely, top down there.
That's a scary thing.
Absolutely. I mean, if I'm another team nationally ranked in the national championship honors or aspirations, I'd be a little nervous to play this Chaminade-Madonna crew. The only thing, the only thing that I can think of that would probably slow these guys down is a team that is big, physical up front, can slow the game down and try to get their offense out of whack. I mean, that's the only chance you got against this Chaminade team.
Pass over the middle is incomplete. Broken up nicely by Chris Ewald, number 8.
Intended with number 0, Quincy
Chris
Porter.
Ewald, first time we've mentioned his name, he's actually committed to Michigan, the other UM. We have a couple commits from to the University of Miami, but he's going to join the Harbaugh clan at Michigan. He's number 23 corner in the 2025 class. Great player. Again, just another list of player that they go into a big Power 5 school.
Punt away by Arpacular. Chaminade-Madonna will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Territory, number 3, Kyle Washington with that one. We're going to start the 4th quarter.
So that's the end of the 3rd quarter. There's your score. Number 7, Chaminade-Madonna, 54. Number 19, Bergen Catholic, 21 on FloFootball. Chaminade-Madonna, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Flip on the left side, and that's a catch. Flag on the play as well. So Bailey to loose. Penalty is against Chaminade-Madonna.
Number 17, Javarius Robinson now in at quarterback.
Robinson now, back to pass. He's going to heave it downfield, incomplete. Intended for Jakari Lewis and a flag thrown. 11:34 to play.
Jakari Lewis.
Javarius Robinson, 165-pound sophomore. Pretty good arm.
Not bad right there. I can't believe Chaminade-Madonna is still throwing the football in this game. It's awesome, you know, but then again, it's also, they're just running their offense. I understand that. But it's also awesome to see backup quarterbacks, especially the backups getting in against a team that is ranked in the top 20. How about that, Scott?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Good looking run by Robinson. And Robinson will get all the way into midfield.
Quarterback Javarius Robinson for the Lions takes it himself.
Flag on the play at the end. Personal foul, Bergen Catholic. Well, of course, the guys who don't play often want to score and want to get some stats.
And also a great future look at the Chaminade-Madonnas. Robinson only a sophomore playing out there.
Look at that pass over the middle as he got his man.
That was to number 5, Jakari Lewis.
Lewis made the catch. In at 14. $11:22 to play. And again, Brandon, we've seen so many great teams over the last couple of years, nationally ranked, top 25, top 30 teams. It's been fun watching this team play. And you wonder how much better they can play.
No doubt. There's definitely some room for improvement. I thought they were a little sloppy defensively, you know, just not playing as sound at times. They clamped down when they needed to, but I thought they again, like we talked about, I think they're going to struggle with big personnel. This team is built for speed. It's not really built for power, so I think that's something they can move on, they can improve on. I think they can get a little bit more pressure into the quarterback without blitzing. So a lot of room for improvement.
Little screen pass, taking it to the house. Jakari Lewis, and another touchdown. Chaminade-Madonna. Lewis has seen some action the entire game, but good to see him get into the brunt of the offense there. And, you know, how about the quarterback, Javarius Lewis? Did he hand the ball off once? I think maybe once.
I don't think he did. I think he was the one that rushed that one.
If he did, it was his first play.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, he very in control of this offense. Well-coached football team from a quarterback perspective.
Kick is up, and it is good.
And good. Another extra point there by Lions number 40, Andrew Abu-Akel.
60-21.
With 10
And again,
left in
I mean,
the
we're
fourth
ranting and
quarter.
raving over and over again, Brandon. You're very familiar with the school, having played there and kept up with the tradition. But it is amazing, and you talked about the conditioning, how effortless it is. Obviously, the front line doing their job, the D-line doing their job, but when you got the blocking and the time to throw like these quarterbacks have had. They're just picking apart Bergen Catholic, and it's a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and it's incredible that they don't miss a beat. They really don't sub much. Even the receivers, they stay on the same side of the line, stay on the same side of the line. They say if they're a right receiver, they play right receiver the whole time, but they don't sub out very much. I didn't see Jeremiah Smith come off the field one time other than when they pulled the starters, but that is the most impressive thing to me is it's just the pure conditioning that this team has to play at that warp speed and then not sub. People don't understand how hard that is in 95-degree weather and the humidity at 90%.
Run back gets to about the 20. You just broke a news scoop, Brandon. Jeremiah.
Number 2 for the Crusaders with the return, Parodi.
Do not remember Jeremiah Smith coming off.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't come off the field at all. He literally is one of those guys that you can play, just like kind of Travis Hunter is. I know he's playing both sides of the ball, which is even more impressive. But
that was amazing what he did last week.
I mean, that kid was unbelievable. He was, and I hate to say this, but until today, he to me was the best high school football player I've seen. Jeremiah Smith, in my opinion, just from maybe because I'm more of an offensive guy, I think he's way more polished as a receiver than Travis Taylor is. But
you got to remember Travis. You got to remember Travis Hunter was triple teamed by a state champion in Mississippi the entire game, making them beat the other. The other guys beat them, and Collins Hill had the #1 team in Georgia that year, and they did. But that was by far his lightest game offensively, the one that you and
Absolutely.
I saw, by about 200 yards.
Absolutely, and he showcased his skills not on the offense, but also on the defensive side of the ball. He made the biggest play of that game, not even on offense, and he had over 100 yards receiving. Makes that pick in that red zone that literally changed that entire game.
You know what's exciting, though, about Jeremiah Smith, because we saw this with Travis Hunter? Look how Travis Hunter has grown from when he was at Collins Hill, went to Jackson State with Deion Sanders, now at Colorado. He has formed into an athlete, and he was already the biggest athlete on that field. I can imagine with a little bit of strength and conditioning how big Jeremiah Smith will get.
Absolutely.
Especially at Ohio State, where that's their bread and butter.
Absolutely, and he's going to learn. I was actually at Ohio State probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. Was honored to do some work out there like I did at A&M, but went over there to Ohio State just to watch how they worked. And we're installing stuff and putting things up at their practice field. And there was not a time where I was there. I was putting in 16-hour days and we were installing. And there was not a single time where I did not see Marvin Harrison Jr. not catching jugs, not studying his playbook, not running routes with the quarterbacks, his new quarterbacks. And you're going to insert a guy like Jeremiah Smith into that offense with that rich tradition at Ohio State. Man, I just think it's a perfect fit, hand and glove, to what he's trying to do. And to me, after just watching him play, there shouldn't be any reason why this kid cannot be playing in the NFL on Sundays.
Mujahid Russell on the carry. Timeout is called. Yeah, it's going to be amazing where last week it was kind of interesting hearing Deion Sanders' comments and hearing him on Monday on the talk shows, and he said Travis Hunter can be the #1 pick both offensively and defensively in the NFL.
Wow.
That's what he believes. And guess what? He in the same conversation, he said, hey, that's why he's with me, because I understand the position, because I did it.
Absolutely. 14 years in the NFL, Hall of Fame career. You can't have a better mentor.
But he played both ways. He
kid.
Played different sports. I mean, he did everything. So, I mean, Deion said, hey, I specialize in these kind of guys. Throw downfield, up for grabs, and that's caught by the center fielder, and that's going back the other way for Chaminade-Madonna, and that is going to be a nice return. So an interception. Beautiful catch there by Gavin Shepard, number 10, senior, 6 foot, 190. Doing the dance, little celebration.
Always good to see seniors
kind of puts a
make big
bow
plays.
on this.
Absolutely, and a senior at that, you know, playing at home. His last year playing football in the high school level. Gets a nice pick here against the top 20 team.
Lions have the ball on the Crusaders 44, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44 now for Chaminade-Madonna, 4:55 to play. And Robinson back at quarterback. This time they'll get the handoff, and that'll be a couple yard gain. 3 men on the tackle beautifully.
And number 17 is in that quarterback for the Lions, Javarius Robinson.
So that carry. Jake Skutskowski, number 26, 5'10", 180 senior. Momentary time called.
You know, Scott, I was just thinking, I mean, with Chaminade's wins, you know, ranked number 7 so far. But with Chaminade's wins, they've beaten number 6 and number 19 in the country. I don't know what those other 6 teams that are ranked ahead of them have, who they have beaten, but what stops Chaminade from being the number 1 team in the country?
Lions quarterback, number 17, takes it himself.
I wouldn't think much. That's a great question, Brandon.
I mean, they're beating the number 6 team in the country, really threw them off of rhythm. We saw them last week. They didn't even look very competitive in that one. They just, because I think at those academy schools, they're playing for national championship. If you get one blemish on your schedule, that national championship runs out of question quickly. So
right.
When you get beat by a team like Chaminade pretty handily, I think it's kind of put a wrinkle in their whole season here this year. So I don't know. I was just thinking. I'm thinking about what Mater Dei has done. I know they're 3-0. They've handled business pretty well. Bishop Gorman out of Las Vegas, they're also 3-0. But this Chaminade team, I would stack this squad up against really anybody in the country.
Throw on the right side, incomplete. Well, the versatility alone, I would say, kind of lifts this team. The conditioning, the height and size of their O and D lines. It's been impressive. And again, the conditioning, you don't see the, now they probably have some backups in now, but haven't seen the huffing and the puffing from the offensive or defensive lines. They just get up to the next play and go.
Absolutely, it's been very impressive.
Big ball down the left side, that is incomplete.
Pass was intended to number 3, Kyle Washington.
Kyle Washington, the intended receiver. Fourth and 7.
I think they're going to turn
Are
them
we
over
about
here,
to see
Scott.
a punt?
No, I think they just went for it on 4th down.
Oh,
which
they
is
just
an
went for it.
interesting
Okay, I
call.
got crossed up on the yard, on the downs.
Interesting call, up 40 points, going for it on 4th down.
Well, he's a backup,
About a minute
trying to
play.
show what he can do.
Over on downs.
I get it.
Crusaders with the ball.
I mean, it's one thing if you keep the starters and everything, you run it up. But when you got guys who don't get a lot of PT, it's like, hey, let them have their moment.
Absolutely.
And they're playing with class. I mean, you're not – that's the one thing that I've noticed tonight. When there's a big play, you don't have the flashiness after the play, point and first down. They just get up to the line and run the next play within 5 seconds. Literally.
100%.
So that's been a nice touch as well. Both these teams obviously playing classy. Big hit as Naeem Parrish on the run.
I think I figured out who
175 junior.
I think I figured out who Nair Daniels reminds me of. Makeel Becton. Big offensive lineman that played at Louisville, first-round pick in 2020. That's a big hoss back there.
So that is the end of the ball game. The final score, Chaminade-Madonna 61, number 19 Bergen Catholic 21. Brandon Dowdy, your final thoughts on this one?
I think this was two teams playing at two different levels. Chaminade-Madonna played a polished football game from start to finish. Their offense was efficient, they were effective, and they played really well together, offensively and defensively. For Bergen Catholic, I think they ran into a buzzsaw here. You know, long travel here, long travel back. They haven't played the level of competition that Chaminade has played, so I think they were trying to meet Chaminade's energy levels early in the game, and it just got away from them. So I think both teams have a bright future. Number one team in North Carolina, in New Jersey, still has a lot to play for. And for Chaminade, I think it is national championship year. I think they have every single piece that they can put together to win a national championship.
I want to thank our producer director Alexander Bloyer and our crew. And Brandon, it's been a lot of fun as always.
Always is, Scott. Can't wait for the next one.
So final score, Chaminade-Madonna 61, Bergen Catholic 21. You've been watching high school football action on FloFootball. Good night.